In this exercise, we're going to draw the fuselage of a toy helicopter. Go up, select New Part, click OK, turn on your planes. Then we're going to copy some planes. So we're going to hit the Control key. We're going to drag this plane over here. That'll go over 2 inches. So enter 2. Check OK. You can hit the Control key again. Drag out the next plane 2 inches. Hit OK. We're going to repeat that again and drag the next plane out 2 inches. So now you should have 4 different planes. We're going to use these planes to define a loft feature that will create our fuselage. So I'm going to go back and select the front plane, and I'm going to open a sketch on the front plane. And we're going to start out by sketching the left side of the fuselage. So we put those sketch dimensions in, and then dimension the following edges. This one's 1. This is 7, 7, 0. This is 2. This is from here to here is also 1. And the whole thing is 4 inches high. And I need a width yet to define that portion. It is 2 inches out from the center. So that's our first sketch. And this dimension's wrong, I missed that one. That is actually 1, not 0.70. So exit our sketch again. And there we have the first sketch for our loft. So now we're going to go over here, select the sketch, turn it blue. We're going to hit Control C. Then we're going to go on to plane 1 and hit Control V. And we've just copied and pasted our sketch. Now some of our dimensions are going to change. So we'll right click on that, go to Edit Sketch. You can see everything's blue right now. So we're going to drag some of these around. Ooh, that's interesting. Put that extra line in there. So this one we're going to select there, make those collinear, and then we'll do the same with this line here. And if you notice, our whole sketch is constrained now. However, we have some slightly different dimensions. So instead of 4, we want to make this 3.5. Instead of 1, this is going to be 0.770. And we're changing this to 2.5. Oops, no, that can remain 2. And we're done for that sketch, so we can exit out of that sketch. The next one we're going to do, we're going to open a sketch on plane 2. instead of copying it this time, I'm just going to draw a new one. So this one, I'll start down here at the origin, go across, up, this way, back, to there, and then down. Again, we could copy it and modify the dimensions, but I want to show you each way to do it. So this one's 0.75. This is 2.5. This should now be 1. This from up here should be 2.5. And this will be 0.770. Oh, and we're missing one dimension yet. This bottom one is also now 0.5. So that one's fully defined. Exit out of that sketch. Open up a sketch on plane 3. So notice every time I've been doing this today, I'm using the right click to get to the sketch command. In here, we're going to sketch it again. So go across, up, we've got our last section of the fuselage. This one, when we switch over to dimension, the bottom edge is now 0.770 up. Then from there to here, much smaller, that's 0.15. This whole sketch is still 0.5 wide, and from the top to here is 0.25. Our overall height, which would be from here down to the bottom, will be 1.5. And the last thing we have to do is, I could do it two ways. I could pick one of these vertical edges, or I could pick the right plane. We're going to add a relation between the right plane, this vertical line, and make that collinear. And, aha, forgot these dimensions. This is 0.275. And those edges are, or endpoints are vertical. Okay. So now we've got this. Now we're going to go up and we're going to select lofted boss base. And I want you to click on each of these vertices. And we'll create the outer shell of our fuselage. Once you have that created, then I want you to apply some fillets. So go up here to the fillet tool, grab this edge, that edge, that edge, and the bottom edge. And we're going to move those up to 0.3. Select OK. And then we're going to add a second fillet up here on the nose. So select one of the edges. Tangent propagation should be selected. Check OK. And now you've got the start of half of the helicopter fuselage. Up under linear pattern, we're going to select mirror and select the right plane. We want to delete, we don't want to mirror features with this, we're going to mirror bodies. So we're going to select the whole body, check OK, and fuselage is starting to take form. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut away the back portion of the motor area. So I'm going to select the right plane, go up to extruded cut, and draw in a triangle. So I have that triangle in place, and I'm going to go up to here in my part tree, and I'm going to select these sketches. I'm going to turn that back sketch on. And what that's going to let me do is then I can make these ends coincident. So I'm going to drag this one over, pick that point, drag this one up, get the origin, and look, I didn't have to go add my relations. And then the last thing I'm going to do is dimension this line. That should be 2. And check OK. And since I clicked extruded cut first, it opens up the extruded cut. And then I'm going to select an end condition of through all, and then in direction 2, through all will already be selected. This is direction 2 over here. I'll check OK. And then the last thing we want to do with this, feature-wise, is shell it. So our shell command's over here. Select shell. I'm going to select that back face, leave it at 0.1 inches, and shell it out. I want to change the color. Up here, I'll go to Appearance, and then Appearance. And down here, I'm going to change my color to a nice little crimson color there. And if you notice, we've now got the entire shape of the fuselage. I'll go up, select Save. We want to save this as Lab 9 Fuselage. Fuselage is spelled fuse, lage. And that's it for that part.